This video is going to give you a very quick overview on how to get up and running with the Sony NEX EA50 video camera. This is designed for people that have never used the camera before and don't care too much about the manual functionality and just want to shoot. The first step is to install the battery. At the rear of the camera, you'll find a hole to slide the battery in. Making sure the little triangle on the battery is facing towards the right, slide the battery in on the left-hand side of the hole, and when it reaches the back of the camera, push it to the right and you'll hear a nice, satisfying click. If you need to remove the battery, push down on the battery release button, which you'll find at the rear of the handle on top of the camera. Then pull the battery gently to the left and then towards you out of the camera. Remove the lens cap from the front of the lens and place it immediately into your bag so you don't lose it. Next, switch the camera on. Before using the camera, it's always a good idea to reset it to factory defaults to ensure that there are no strange settings that a previous user has dialed in. To reset the camera to factory defaults, using a pen, push down on the reset button, which you'll find underneath the handle of the camera. After a moment or two, the camera will reboot, ask you for the current date and time, and then it will be set back to standard settings. It's also a good idea before you start recording to ensure that the memory card, which is found on the side of the camera, is properly formatted. If you don't do this, you might risk running out of space quickly as someone else has filled up the memory card. To format the memory card, push the menu button on top of the camera, and then using the circular direction pad, scroll all the way down to the very bottom to the filing cabinet icon. Continue scrolling down in this menu until you find Media Format. Select that and then choose Memory Card. It will ask, are you sure? Do you want to proceed? We'll hit OK and we'll wait a moment as the memory card is formatted. After you've done this, you can push Menu to go back to the standard recording interface, and now we're ready to actually record. To film as quickly as possible, we can set the camera into fully automatic mode. To do this, you need to switch the camera on the left-hand side of the body from manual to auto, and that will set up our auto exposure. We also want automatic focus, so under the focus area, make sure that's set to automatic. For zooming, if you want a nice smooth zoom, set the zoom to servo, and then you can use the T and W switch there to zoom in and out. With respect to audio, often you'll be using the built-in shotgun mic on the camera. Make sure the shotgun mic is plugged into audio input 1. You may also have something else plugged into audio input 2, like a wireless lapel kit for example. On the other side of the camera, you'll find a little perspex flap. Pop that down so you can access the audio controls. Make sure, with respect to input 1, it's set to mic plus 48 volts. This will supply power to the shotgun microphone and enable it to work. Make sure you've got the next switch set to input 1 and not into mic. The next switch can be set to auto if you want the camera to take care of things for you, or alternatively, if you want more control and more consistent levels, switch it to manual and set it to roughly 5. From here, you can plug in headphones into the back left of the handle and have a listen to your audio signal, and you'll also be able to see the levels bouncing around on screen. If you're operating in manual mode, you'll need to tweak the audio levels until you find something that works for you. If you're in full automatic mode, the camera will do its best to keep consistent audio levels. To actually record a clip, you can use the record button found on the right-hand side hand grip, or you can use the record button on the top of the camera. When you're successfully recording, you'll see record or rec written on the screen, and you'll see the red tally lights come on the back of the camera and also on the front. To finish recording, push the record button again and things should go back to standby and the red lights will turn off. To check your recording, you can push the last scene button on the side of the camera and that will play back to you the previously recorded clip. If you'd like to check other recordings you've made, on top of the camera push the visual index button and then use the circular direction pad to navigate around and choose a clip you wish to review. Once you've finished reviewing your clips, you can push the visual index button again to get back to the standard camera mode.